Lizzie? Christabel?
Say,
Can you read for me?
question 13. Briefly explain why water, which is an essential necessity of life, has such low monetary value, while diamonds are that expensive.
All right, so I'm sure this question, you saw it in high school. We have two ways of answering this question, but because it relates to consumer theory, let's use the marginal utility one. We know that for one commodity case, the consumer is in equilibrium when marginal utility is equal to price, okay? If you take something like water, bearing in mind that if there's a commodity and consumption is very high, the marginal utility tends to be low. So something like water has a lot of uses. We're always using water. So the marginal utility of water is very low. So to ensure equilibrium, price too has to be low before marginal utility will be equal to price. That is why the price of water is that low. But if you take something like diamonds, how often do we use diamonds? So the marginal utility of the diamond is very high. And as a result, price has to be high to ensure equilibrium. But at times too, we can use the analysis of demand and supply. Okay, if you take something like water, demand is very high. Supply is very high. Supply is more than demand. We have a lot of sources that we get water from. Okay, so if you have a good with a very high level of supply, the price tends to be low. But something like diamond, supply is very limited. Even if you want to buy it, you wouldn't get it like you can easily get access to water. So the price tends to be high for diamonds, okay, for diamonds. But this one, because it's not about demand and supply, just use the marginal utility approach, the consumer equilibrium. Okay. Right, number 14.
Under what condition does the income effect reinforce the substitution effect due to a price change?
Right, so some of these things you need to think about them before you enter NMB2, because you don't have to think there at all. We saw that when we're doing the decomposition that substitution effect is always negative for a price change, and then the income effect is negative for a normal good. Okay, so for a normal good, the negative income effect will reinforce the already negative substitution effect whenever there's a change in price. So it is a normal good that has that feature. For an inferior good, the income effect for a price change is positive. So it defrays part of the negative substitution effect. So it doesn't reinforce it. And then for giving goods, even that one, the positive income effect outweighs the negative substitution effect. Okay, so in case they don't bring this one and then they bring the other ones to you bear that one to your mind. All right, number 15.
Using the indefinite curve approach, draw a budget line for Akwesi, who has a monthly income of 100 cedis. Assume that he buys chicken and potatoes, and that chicken costs 10 cedis per pound and potatoes cost 2 per pound. Add an indefinite curve for Akwesi that is tangent to his budget line at the combination of 5 pounds of chicken and 25 pounds of potato. Draw
Okay.
a new. Okay.
Okay. I'll give this question to you as an assignment. You do it tonight and send it to me through WhatsApp tomorrow morning before. Do you have lectures tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes. I know you are.